Hey Cancer, I need to talk to you about something that has been showing up in the cards lately. And honestly, it is giving me chills. Because the universe has been dropping some serious hints about why certain people keep appearing in your life. You know that person, right? The one who feels weirdly familiar even though you just met them. Or maybe someone from your past who keeps coming back no matter how many times you think you have moved on. There is a reason for that. And today, we are going to explore what your past life connection with this person actually means, and why the universe keeps orchestrating these meetings. I have been doing tarot for years now, and when I see certain card combinations come up, I know we are dealing with something beyond just this lifetime. So grab your coffee or tea, get comfortable, because what I am about to share with you is going to make so much sense of those confusing feelings you have been carrying. The first card I pulled for you is the Wheel of Fortune. And honestly, when this showed up, I had to take a moment, because this card does not mess around when it comes to karmic connections. The Wheel of Fortune is literally telling us that you and this person have been cycling through lifetimes together. This is not some random encounter, Cancer. The universe operates on cycles and patterns, and this card is showing me that you two have met before in previous incarnations. What makes this particularly interesting for you as a Cancer is that your sign is already so connected to past life memories and ancestral patterns. You probably have always had this sense that certain relationships feel destined or fated, right? That is because your soul remembers more than your conscious mind does. The wheel is turning, and it has brought you both back together again, because there is unfinished business, lessons that were not completed, or sometimes just a love so strong that it transcends time itself. I am seeing that in your past life together, there was a significant moment where one of you had to make a choice that affected both of your paths. Maybe it was a separation that happened too soon, or perhaps circumstances beyond your control kept you apart. The wheel keeps spinning until balance is restored, until what needs to be learned is finally understood. For you specifically, this connection feels like it is bringing up themes around emotional security and home. In that past life, there might have been issues around feeling safe together, creating a stable foundation, or perhaps one of you had to leave home or family behind. The Wheel of Fortune is essentially saying that you are being given another chance to get it right this time, to heal what was left wounded, to complete what was left unfinished. Now here is where it gets really interesting, because the next card that came through is the Five of Swords, and I need you to really hear this one: Cancer. This card is revealing that in your past life together, there was conflict and pain. Not every soul connection is all romance and fairy tales. Sometimes we come back together, specifically to heal old wounds and resolve past conflicts. The Five of Swords shows me that in a previous lifetime, there was a betrayal or a battle of wills between you two. Someone won and someone lost. But really you both lost, because the relationship ended in hurt feelings and unresolved tension. This could explain why in this current lifetime, interactions with this person sometimes feel charged or complicated. Have you noticed that even when things are good between you, there is this underlying tension that you cannot quite name? That is the echo of that past life conflict. Your soul remembers the hurt, even if your mind does not. What the Five of Swords is asking you to understand is that you have both evolved since then. You are not the same souls you were in that lifetime. The conflict that existed then does not have to exist now, but it will keep showing up until you both consciously choose to release it. For you as a Cancer, this is particularly challenging because you tend to hold on to emotional memories longer than most signs. Your instinct is to protect yourself by remembering who hurt you, but in this case, that protective mechanism might actually be keeping you stuck in an old pattern. The universe is bringing you back together, not to repeat the same painful dynamic, but to give you both the opportunity to approach the situation with more wisdom and compassion this time around. The Three of Pentacles just appeared, And this is giving me such a different energy from what we have seen so far. This card is telling me that in another layer of your past life connection, you and this person actually work together on something meaningful. The Three of Pentacles represents collaboration, building something of value together, and mutual respect for each other's skills and contributions. I am getting the sense that maybe in a past life, you two were craftspeople working on the same project, or healers who served the same community, or perhaps teachers who shared knowledge with others. There was a sense of partnership and shared purpose that went beyond just romantic or familial connection. This is beautiful because it shows me that your souls recognize each other, not just from conflict or karma that needs balancing, but also from positive experiences of creating together and supporting each other's growth. For you, Cancer, this is important because it speaks to your need for meaningful connections that contribute to something larger than just the relationship itself. You do not just want to be with someone, you want to build a life with them, create something lasting together. The Three of Pentacles is confirming that you and this person have that potential because you have done it before in another lifetime. You understand how to work together, how to combine your different strengths toward a common goal. If you are feeling drawn to collaborate with this person in some way in your current life, whether that is on a creative project, a business venture, or literally building a home and family together, this card is saying that impulse comes from soul memory. You two know how to be a team. When the Ace of Swords came through, I literally felt this surge of clarity energy, because this card is about truth and mental breakthroughs. The Ace of Swords is cutting through all the confusion and showing you the clear truth about this connection. In your past life together, there was a moment of profound truth or realization that changed everything. Maybe it was the moment when one of you finally spoke what had been left unsaid, or when a lie was exposed, or when you both suddenly saw your situation with complete clarity. The Ace represents new beginnings that come from understanding, and I am seeing that this past life moment of truth actually set both of your souls on new paths. Whatever was revealed or decided in that lifetime is still echoing forward into this one. For you as a Cancer, this is significant because you sometimes struggle with direct communication, preferring to feel your way through situations rather than speaking things plainly. But the Ace of Swords is reminding you that in your past life together, it was the speaking of truth that catalyzed change. There is something important that needs to be said between you and this person, some truth that needs to be acknowledged. Maybe it is simply acknowledging that you recognize this soul, that you know this connection runs deeper than this lifetime. Or maybe it is being honest about what you actually want from this relationship, instead of trying to protect yourself by pretending to feel less than you do. The Ace of Swords is sharp, and it demands honesty, but it also promises that when you cut through to the truth, you will find freedom and clarity that you have been seeking possibly for lifetimes. Oh, Cancer, the High Priestess just revealed herself, and I am getting actual chills because this card is the key to understanding your past life connection. The High Priestess represents hidden knowledge, intuition, and the mysteries between worlds. She is telling me that you already know about this past life connection on a deep subconscious level. Have you had dreams about this person that feel more like memories than dreams? Do you sometimes know what they are going to say before they say it, or feel their emotions even when they are far away? That is the High Priestess at work. That is your psychic connection that has survived across lifetimes. In your past life together, there was a spiritual or mystical component to your relationship. Maybe you were both part of a spiritual community, or one of you was a teacher and the other a student in sacred knowledge, or perhaps you shared secret wisdom that others did not understand. The High Priestess guards secrets, and she is suggesting that some of what happened between you and that past life was meant to remain hidden, mysterious, known only to your two souls. This is actually perfect for you, because Cancer energy is naturally connected to the High Priestess energy. You understand that not everything needs to be explained or put into words. You trust your intuitive knowing. The High Priestess is encouraging you to trust what you feel about this person, even if it does not make logical sense. Your soul recognizes their soul, and that recognition is valid and real. She is also indicating that this person may have been a spiritual guide or karmic teacher for you in a past life, someone who helped you access your own intuitive gifts and psychic abilities. In this current lifetime, being around them might make you feel more connected to your spiritual self, more in touch with your intuition and inner wisdom. The Two of Cups has appeared, and honestly, this is one of the most beautiful cards to see when we are talking about soul connections across lifetimes. The Two of Cups represents true partnership, mutual love, and that sense of finding your person. This card is revealing that in at least one of your past lives together, you and this person shared genuine love and partnership. This was not just karma or lessons. This was real soul love. The kind where you looked into each other's eyes and recognized home. For you, Cancer, this explains so much about why this person feels so significant, why you cannot just casually dismiss this connection even if circumstances are complicated. Your soul remembers loving this soul. The Two of Cups shows me that you chose each other freely in that lifetime, that whatever brought you together then was based on authentic feeling and mutual care. There is such sweetness in this card, and it is telling me that the love you shared then has not disappeared. It has just been waiting. Love like that does not die. It transforms and carries forward. What I find particularly moving about the Two of Cups appearing in your reading is that it suggests you have the opportunity in this lifetime to experience that soul-level love again, but with more wisdom and life experience than you had before. You are both different people now than you were then. You have both learned and grown through multiple lifetimes, and that means the love you share now has the potential to be even deeper and more conscious than it was before. If you have been wondering whether this person is your soulmate or twin flame, the Two of Cups is giving you a pretty clear answer. Yes, this is a significant soul connection. Whether it manifests as romantic partnership in this lifetime, or as deep friendship or creative collaboration, the bond is real and it is sacred. The Ten of Cups just came through, and I need you to understand what a powerful card this is for your situation, Cancer. The Ten of Cups represents ultimate emotional fulfillment, the happy family, the dream relationship, everything your Cancer heart has ever wanted. This card showing up in your past life reading is telling me something incredible. In a past life together, you and this person either achieved this kind of beautiful, harmonious partnership, or you both dreamed of it and were working toward it when something interrupted that path. The Ten of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and it suggests that your souls made a promise to each other. Maybe you promised to find each other again, to finish building that happy home you started, to create the family and emotional security that got cut short in that lifetime. For you as a Cancer, the Ten of Cups speaks to your deepest desires because more than any other sign, you long for emotional belonging and a sense of home with the people you love. This card is confirming that the pull you feel toward this person is not just attraction or curiosity. It is your soul remembering the promise you made. It is your higher self trying to fulfill what was left incomplete. Now here is what I want you to really understand about the Ten of Cups appearing in this reading. This card does not show up just to remind you of what was. It shows up to tell you what is possible. The universe does not bring souls back together, just to torture them with memories of past happiness. You are being given another opportunity to create that Ten of Cups energy together, to build the emotional fulfillment and sense of home that you both desire. Whether that looks exactly like what you had before or takes a completely new form, the potential is there. The Page of Swords has entered the reading, and this is bringing a completely different energy that I think you need to hear. The Page of Swords represents curiosity, new ideas, and a fresh perspective. This card is suggesting that in your past life together, there was an element of youth or inexperience that affected how things played out. Maybe you met when one or both of you were very young in that lifetime, or perhaps you approached the relationship with youthful naivety that made you vulnerable to challenges you were not prepared for. The Page of Swords is the messenger and the student, always learning, always questioning. This tells me that in this current lifetime, you are meant to bring more consciousness and awareness to this connection. You are meant to ask questions, to be curious about why you keep being drawn to this person, to learn from the patterns instead of just repeating them unconsciously. For you, Cancer, this is actually a gift, because while you naturally operate from emotion and intuition, the Page of Swords is encouraging you to also engage your mind. Think about the patterns in your relationship with this person. When do conflicts arise? What triggers those old, painful feelings? What brings you back together every time you drift apart? The Page of Swords wants you to observe and learn. This card is also telling me that communication is going to be key to healing this karmic connection. In your past life, maybe important things went unsaid. Maybe you were not able to express your truth clearly, or perhaps misunderstandings created unnecessary pain. In this lifetime, you have the ability to communicate more clearly, to ask for what you need, to express your feelings and thoughts in ways that create understanding instead of confusion. The Page of Swords is young and eager to learn, so approach this connection with that same sense of curiosity and willingness to see things from new angles. The Ten of Wands appeared, and I can feel the weight of this card, Cancer. The Ten of Wands represents burden, responsibility, and carrying too much. In your past life connection with this person, there was a sense of heavy responsibility or obligation that weighed on one or both of you. Maybe you had to prioritize duty over love, or circumstances demanded that you carry burdens that were not truly yours to carry. I am seeing that this might have created resentment or exhaustion in that past lifetime, like the relationship became more about responsibility and survival than about joy and connection. The Ten of Wands can also indicate that in trying to make things work, or trying to protect each other, you both took on too much and eventually buckled under the pressure. For you as a Cancer, this resonates because you have a tendency to take on too much emotional responsibility in relationships. You want to protect and nurture everyone you love, sometimes to the point of exhausting yourself. The Ten of Wands is showing me that this pattern might actually be a carryover from that past life, where perhaps you felt you had to be strong and carry everything to keep the relationship or family together. What this card wants you to understand is that you do not have to repeat that pattern in this lifetime. You can make different choices now. You can share the burden instead of carrying it alone. You can also recognize when you are taking on responsibility that is not actually yours to carry. If this person keeps coming back into your life, part of the lesson might be learning to be in relationship with them without sacrificing yourself or taking on all the emotional labor. The Ten of Wands is heavy, but it is also teaching you about healthy boundaries and the importance of not burning yourself out, trying to make something work through sheer force of will. The final card in your reading is the Star. And honestly, Cancer, I could not ask for a more beautiful card to conclude with. The Star represents hope, healing, and divine guidance. After all we have explored about the conflict, the karma, the burdens, and the complexity of this past life connection, the Star arrives to tell you that there is hope for healing and resolution. The Star appears after the tower has fallen, after everything has been destroyed and rebuilt. It represents the calm after the storm, the moment when you can finally see clearly and trust that you are being guided toward something better. In the context of your past life connection, the Star is telling me that you and this person have the potential to heal all of those old wounds together, to transcend the painful patterns, and create something genuinely beautiful. The star is about renewal and faith in the future. Whatever happened in your past lives together, whatever pain or separation or conflict occurred, it does not have to define what happens now. You are both being offered the chance to heal individually and together, to let go of old grievances and old fears, and to approach this connection with fresh hope. For you, Cancer, the star is particularly meaningful because it connects to your natural empathy and capacity for emotional healing. You have the ability to forgive and to nurture new growth, even in places that were once wounded. The star is encouraging you to have faith in this connection, even when it feels confusing or painful. Trust that there is a higher purpose to why you keep meeting this person, why your souls keep finding each other across time and space. The universe is not cruel. It does not bring souls together just to hurt them. You are being brought together because there is healing available, because there is love that transcends lifetimes, and because you both have the opportunity to evolve into wiser, more conscious versions of yourselves through this connection. The star is your guiding light, reminding you to stay hopeful, to keep healing, and to trust in the divine timing of it all. So, Cancer, if you have been wondering why you cannot seem to let go of this person, why they keep appearing in your life no matter what you do, now you have your answer. This is a soul connection that spans lifetimes. You have unfinished business together, yes, but you also have incredible potential for healing and growth. The cards are showing me that you have loved before, you have fought before, you have built together and struggled together across multiple incarnations. This lifetime is your opportunity to bring consciousness to all of that, to learn the lessons that need learning, to heal the wounds that need healing, and possibly to finally create the harmonious partnership that you have been working toward for so long. Trust your intuition about this person. Trust what your soul knows, even when your mind cannot explain it. And most importantly, trust that the universe knows what it is doing by bringing you back together, again and again. There is purpose in this connection, and there is hope for genuine healing and happiness if you both choose to approach it with wisdom, honesty, and open hearts. I would love to hear from you in the comments if this resonated. Do you have someone in your life who feels like a past life connection? Have you experienced that sense of knowing someone before you actually met them? Share your stories, because I think we can all learn from each other's experiences with these deep soul connections.